Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. The structure hasn't really changed since yesterday. We want to take a look at the microstructure here as well, but overall, if you watched the previous videos, then you are well informed. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder: on the weekend I'm going to send out our newsletter. You can register for it completely for free. There are going to be some crypto updates in there, mindset stuff. Again, the link is directly in the video description. It will take you to the website. And if you go to the website, you click on resources, newsletter, but I think actually the newsletter link in the description takes you already directly to this form. So feel free to register. You can unsubscribe at any point, of course, and it's free. So looking at the Solana chart, for anybody who's new on the channel, let's start on the 4-hour chart. Here, overall, we're looking for higher. There are two Fibonacci support areas that could act as support levels when the price reaches them. In any pullback, we have to technically allow the price to test them in bullish scenarios, which means when we have a local top confirmed, and we can talk about that in a minute, then we are going to watch these Fibonacci support areas for reaction. They are not final. I mean, they will be adjusted until the market has really formed the local top. I think a top is due, but at the moment the market is just consolidating sideways, so might give us some further upside extensions along the way. But that's just a very, very short-term micro counting. Overall, what really matters are these are the support areas. Now you could see that as one large support region. And in the yellow scenario, I mean, overall the thesis is that a larger degree fourth wave bottomed on the 5th of August. We're moving up now in a diagonal pattern, and we completed waves 1 and 2, and that's the same for both of these scenarios. In the yellow scenario, then, we are in the late stages of a third wave. We completed waves A and B. We're now likely in the C wave in the late stages, because the C wave is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, probably in an extension in wave 5 then. Target area between $208 and $229. These are at least the next upside levels to watch. We've nearly reached them. I mean, price reached nearly $206, $207 yesterday. So we're nearly there already. That means I already added the support area for a possible wave 4. Have to keep you informed about the possibility of this wave 4 pullback. There's in addition structural support around $156 that could be tested, but please note that we haven't got any confirmation that a top has formed. But I mean, that's pretty much the area from where it can happen, because the market rallied from this swing low quite substantially. Still though, until we break at least one swing low on a smaller time frame, there's absolutely no evidence for a top. Now that's the yellow count, which means here we are in the late stages of the third wave. Be prepared for a wave 4 pullback, for then a wave 5 to come. I find the green count quite probable though, and that is also indicating we had a 1-2 setup. I haven't labeled that in green as well, it's the same. And then, however, the A wave didn't top on the 30th of September. It sort of topped end of October. A wave, possible, because we're dealing with a diagonal pattern, and in diagonal structures, the subwaves are very, very, they rely on, I mean, first of all, we have to be flexible, okay? They are fragile, and to interpret a diagonal pattern, you need a lot of experience. So you can always come up with a different interpretation usually, yeah? So then the B wave already bottomed, and we're now in the C wave, but that can extend way higher, more directly. And then the C wave is a 5-wave move, so we're only in the late stages of wave 1 of wave C. The pullback could be a wave 2 of wave C, and we could go higher more directly. So it will be the next pullback that will help us distinguish between the green and the yellow scenarios. But for now, and we go to the 1-hour chart, clearly the trend is still up. And as I always say, while we have 5 waves up already, upside extensions are of course possible. The 5-wave move just gives us a support area that we can watch now. But as long as it's reasonable to do so, I mean, it can make sense to stay in the trend, whatever. If you trade this as long as possible, and I'd say as long as we don't even break below that last swing low that formed at $194.50, there's absolutely no evidence for a top. Even then, the more relevant swing low I find is here at around $186. That's the next one, and only below that we can talk about, okay, the possibility of wave 2 in the making. Because this can still extend higher, right? This is a previous swing low, it can easily still extend higher. And there are also different ways how this can be labeled. I could easily say, okay, maybe this is a 3, maybe this is a 4, and we get another high in wave 5, right? you can definitely interpret it as that. But that's where micro counting isn't so helpful, right? Because any support area I would give you would overlap with this one anyway. And this is visually 5 waves as well, so I prefer to give you the larger one so you are prepared. So overall, still looking for higher prices, yeah. Possibility of a pullback is there. When it's there, that can be an opportunity. You can't necessarily predict the pullback as long as we're still in an uptrend. We can go higher, and I mentioned to you the next upside target. So looking good for the crypto sector. And we have now reached a point, where pullbacks are opportunities, right? Because we have the structures in place. So I'll keep you updated. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.